Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize to inform you all that Mr. McFadden is dead.
Dear me! Good heavens!
Oh, my sweet Robert! No!
This cannot be! My brother was a renowned man for his wealth, generosity, and well-being.
This is absurd. He was alive and striving this afternoon. How could he drop dead?
A very good question indeed, Mr. Wilcox. But as I was wandering around the mansion, I discovered two very important clues.
Pray tell, detective.
I found this burnt, crumpled-up piece of paper in the fireplace, and this empty bottle of arsenic downstairs in the foyer.
What does this mean, detective?
It means Mr. McFadden was murdered!
Gosh! If Mr. McFadden was murdered, then that means any of us could be the killer!
Not exactly, Miss Hopkins, for I already know what happened.
You do?
Why, of course, it's very simple. Isn't that right, Oscar McFadden?
Me? But I could never kill my brother!
Oh, I never said you killed your brother, but you did have a plan. You were always jealous of your older brother, handing out his mass fortune to charity, scientific research, and whatnot, while you had to work night and day to bring home ends meet. So you devised a heinous crime to steal his fortune by getting rid of him once and for all. Since you were already sleeping with his wife. Isn't that right, Miss McFadden? You blackmailed her, saying that if she didn't retrieve Mr. McFadden's financial records and documents, you would tell the whole town about your scandalous affair. Once she got the documents, you were able to forge a fake will and testament in your brother's name. And what you did with the original will and testament, you threw in the fireplace. This is where you come in, Mr. Stanford. You already knew about Oscar's plans because he told you ahead of time that if you helped him switch the will and testament, Oscar would give you 1/4 of the fortune. But, knowing that Oscar could never come to terms in killing his own brother, he got Mr. Stanford, being head of the bank, to trick Mr. Wilcox that Mr. McFadden was running into financial issues and would be docking every servant's pay. This infuriated you, Mr. Wilcox, because you've been working at this mansion for over 45 years. So you decided that the best thing to do was to kill off your own employer. By doing this, you contacted your niece, who was a flapper dancer at a speakeasy, to seduce Mr. McFadden and trick him into drinking a glass of scotch mixed with arsenic, where she stashed the bottle under the couch in the foyer. So, in the end, there is financial fraud, illegal affairs, and worst of all, murder in the first degree. And I shall seek fit that you all will go to court and justice will be served for what you have done. What do you have to say for yourselves?
Detective, I finally discovered the cause of death!
No need, Dr. Tillman, for I have already cracked the case.
Are you sure about that, Detective?
Yes, Doctor. All the dots have been connected.
Well then, can you explain how this dot connects?
Jesus Christ, what in God's name is that?
It appears to be a huge, floppy, purple dildo, sir. I found it lodged in the back of Mr. McFadden's throat, which caused him to choke to death.
So then that means...
That's right, Detective. Mr. McFadden was a homosexual.
Oh, wow.
What?
Christ!
I did not see that coming.
That must explain the dresser full of sex toys.
Well, this is awkward. I guess my accusations were totally off, and none of you actually did what I thought. So, my bad.
Oh,
that's
we would decide we would never do such a thing. I mean, respectable man. Oh, never.
Well, since this mystery has been solved, I guess you can say Mr. McFadden was really Mr. McFagin.